Hello, Christina Ervin here, and I'm in my home in Northeast Tennessee. So, have you ever been in a position where you were presenting your business opportunity, you get to the closing, and all of a sudden the person turns to you and asks you how much money you've made, how successful you are, or how many people you've recruited into the business? And you kind of get that deer in the headlight look because you're really not sure how to answer that. Maybe because you haven't had a lot of success up to that point. Maybe you hadn't actually committed to the business up until that point, so you don't have a lot of success to speak of. Or maybe you just got started, and again, you just haven't had enough time to have that kind of success. If that's you, go ahead, grab a pen and a piece of paper. I'm gonna help you out with that a little bit, okay? So this weekend, I had the awesome opportunity to live stream Eric Worre's GoPro Mastery Network Marketing event over the internet. Now, it's a great annual live event. As a quick sidebar, I highly suggest you try to get a ticket to that out in Vegas next year. If you can't get a ticket physically, be there. Certainly get a live stream ticket because it's more than worth the money. But getting to the point of this video, Eric in the GoPro Mastery session, he said, whatever you can't defend, you should promote. I thought, wow, that's awesome nugget. I want to share this because most people think inherently you should avoid not having a success. That's not a good thing to try to entice someone or attract someone to join hands with you in business, right? But I think I agree with what he's saying. I absolutely agree with what he's saying. As a matter of fact, you've got to understand that most average people they don't connect themselves with being a millionaire. They don't even connect themselves with being somebody who earns six figures. They don't connect themselves with someone who takes first class flights everywhere and vacations all over the place. They don't even connect themselves with being someone who's financially free. That's their dream. Someone who has time freedom. That's their dream. So the best way to get them to resonate with you, connect with you, trust you, is to be honest about where you are. Tell them your truth because that they can attach a vision to. They can resonate with that. They can place themselves in that situation, and they can walk through the decision that you made to make a change in your life, and that will often help them usher into making a change in their lives, taking that step. So maybe if you get that question about how much money you've made, maybe you say something like this. Maybe you tell them the truth. Maybe you say, you know what? I haven't made a whole big bunch of money up to this point. But let me tell you what I do know. What I do know is that 12 years ago, I had the opportunity to build my own freedom, to build my own dream, my own business. And I chose to walk away from that for the security of corporate America, for that secure job, that check, that steady, secure paycheck with a good paying job and good benefits. That's what I made the decision to do. I doubled down and went back to school and got a couple of graduate degrees that, quite honestly, I'm over my eyeballs in debt trying to pay off. And that corporate America job will never pay me enough to pay it off. It was never valued by that corporation that I continued to go back to school and get additional certifications on top of my graduate degrees. That was never valued by that company. What I do know is that I gave them 12 years, and I was only ever going to get so far up in that company. I would never get to the top. What I do know is that I'm not going to have in 10 years, I'm not going to look back like I look back today and think, what if I had given myself that dedication and time, that money that I invested in that education? What if I had invested it in a different way into me to grow my business? What would things be like now? This is what I do know. I'm not gonna be looking back in 10 more years saying, what if? Let me tell you something something else that I know is that in another 10, 15, 20 years, when it's time for me to retire, I'm not going to be like so many of my family and friends that I know who are unable to retire, regardless of their physical conditions, because there's no money to retire. The government is not going to pay them enough in what they've already paid into Social Security and retirement. Pension is a joke. If I can barely live off of what I make now, how in the world am I going to live off of 40% of that later? This is what I do know. So the question here really isn't about me, my success, the money that I've made. because I've made the decision to make a change, double down on me. I'm not worried about what I'm going to make. The question really is, you. Are you in a place where you're ready to look 10 years down the road and turn around and say, what if? Or are you in a place to make the decision to change your reality, change your future? That's the question. So I hope you got some value out of that today. If you did, do me a favor, +1 it, like it, tweet it, share it across all of your social media. In the meantime, you can always hit your girl up all over the internet. I'm on Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Twitter. Just send me an email directly to Christina Ervin at ce-biz-solutions.com. In the meantime, you have a great day. And don't forget, don't fake it till you make it. Promote the truth. Have a good day. Bye.